Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 2 on some lambretta parts. Today's video we are doing some polyester primer. Now I left you off in part 1 and we've got all the pieces sort of prepped up, cleaned up, and we got them into epoxy. Now I've left the epoxy. The day I sprayed it I had the heat in the studio sort of building up, just left it for 3 hours with the heater going that you can hear now. This is a diesel heater, so it's just blowing in warm air and just heats this room up. So I left it for 3 hours, then sort of gradually turned the heat off, and it's been left for 2 days. So the epoxy's gone off. Today's video we're going to prep the epoxy up, just literally scuff it back, ready for the next coat of primer, which is going to be a high build polyester primer. I'll leave a link just here to the polyester that we're using. It's a really good product, white, and it dries down and you can sand it up really easy to a silky finish. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But we've got some filler work to do. We've got to do some filler work on these small pieces, just a little skim of filler. Where I've ground this out, there's just a few little nicks and knocks in it, same as this bit. A little skim of filler over, prep that up, and then that'll be good for poly. We're going to prep the wheels as well, because this is sort of the last sort of ish prep day. We've got the wheels to prep up. Now these are brand new, so we've basically just got to scuff these up, give these a good key on the surface. As I say, these are split ribbons, so you join them together and bolt them together. So we've got 4 of these to do on the split. Get them prepped up and they'll be good for the next episode, which is going to be painting all these. And we've got direct gloss 2 colours to do, we've got base coat, clear coat to do. So we'll have a lot of bits hanging and different paints going on. The filler that we're using today is a U-Pole fantastic filler. I'll leave a link in the description to this one. It's not a bad filler, it's quite good. A little skim of that. Sandpapers from 240 to 320. I'll finish the epoxy primer up in a 320 and just basically keying the surface up, because the last final finish on prep will be on the poly stage when that's dry. So I'll stick you in time lapses. I'm going to get some filler knocked up, get a little skim on these, and we'll just press on. I'll see you in a bit. You've seen in them time lapses, I think I caught a bit of the filler work, not mixing the actual filler, but we've done the filler work and I've prepped everything up. Now I've fillered these, so I gave these a little skim over. Now you can see where I broke through back to the metal, same on this, get a bit of fill up and just filled in all them little imperfections, and this has got a breakthrough. So I'm going to go in with some more epoxy primer with the PS290. I've got some epoxy primer thinned down. All I'm going to do is just give it a little coat over them breakthroughs, just seal them little breakthroughs off with the epoxy. We can let that go off because it's a thin coat. We'll get some heat on it, cure that down, and then we can start the polyester. See you in a bit. We've got everything dried down. That last bit of epoxy that I've put on, that's dried down nice. I basically gave it another day, so this is like the next day. So we've got everything dried, keyed up, everything's ready to go. I've got the poly mixed, do small batches at a time. We're going to use the DeVilbiss HD Advance, drop some poly down, and then we'll be done on this stage. Leave this to dry for a couple of days, then we can move on to the prep in the next video. So I'll stick on a little time lapse and we'll get some poly down. Time lapse, we dropped the polyester primer down, so get these a nice coat. So a nice white coat of polyester on these pieces. I think this is a really good way of going about sort of bare metal. We went down with the epoxy first, which seals the bare metal off, and then we've gone down with the polyester high build primer on top. This stuff sands down really nice. I've not gone for loads of coats of polyester on this. I've just gone for basically like 1.5 good coats is more than enough on these pieces. As you can see, it's got a nice build on these bits here, on all these. So this will sand up really nice. Once this is gone off, I'm going to leave this. I've got the heat on now, so this will be heating up in here 3 or 4 hours. Then I'll turn the heater off, let it cool down, and it will sit for a day. We'll come back in a day's time to prep these up. Just leave it as long as possible, let it cure right down, and then we can just prep these up, and then they're good for paint. So I hope you enjoyed the video on polyestering, and I hope you can join me in the next one where we do a little bit of prep on these and then move on to the paint. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop your comments, and don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.